Well, hello, students. I hope you're having a wonderful day, and welcome to another lesson here at Jay's Learning School, where I have the opportunity to help you to understand and speak better English. On today's lesson, I am going to give you or teach you some phrasal verbs that you can use to communicate about sleep. Okay. Now, as always, I am excited about today's lesson, but I'm going to ask if you would please bear with me. I am battling in my throat. I told you guys on my vlog about pollen season, and so I have my tea here with me. It has peppermint oil in it, and so I am going to press my way through to get this lesson out on the live stream on this morning. Okay, so let's make sure you're paying attention. As always, I'm going to have 3 to 4 different pop quiz questions. So make sure you're paying attention and use your or place your answers down in the comment section. Also, in the description, if you would like to ask me a question about this lesson or about another lesson or just a personal question, use the link in the description. I believe it's link number 6, and you will be able to ask me a question. So let's get into today's lesson so I can go and rest my throat. So when we talk about sleep, okay, it's the primary way that we rest our bodies. Okay, you can sleep in a bed, you can sleep in the car, you can sleep on the floor, you can sleep in an airplane, okay, you can sleep on a bicycle. But when we do sleep, whether it's for a short period of time or a long period of time, we use that time to rejuvenate, refresh ourselves, or to just simply rest our bodies. Okay? So let's look at some phrasal verbs that you can use to describe sleep, or phrasal verbs that you can use to give instructions or command. All right, so the first one is sleep in. Sleep in. So I may say, I worked 12 hours last night. I am definitely going to sleep in tonight. Or I usually get up at 8 o'clock, but I'm sleeping in until 12. So when I sleep in, I am describing that I am going to sleep longer than what I usually do. Okay, so if I normally get up at 6 in the morning, sleeping in may be until 9 a.m. You sleep in. Lie down. So you may tell your child it's time to go to bed, lie down. Or you may tell someone, I am just very exhausted. I'm going to lie down right here. Okay, you may be outside and you may just find a nice piece of grass in the shade under a tree. You say, give me about 20 minutes. I am going to lie down right here. I remember a few years ago when I had roofers come by and change the roof on my home. They took the roof off in about 2 to 3 hours, and then they had a lunch break. And some of the workers lied down in the grass under a tree. And then after about an hour, they got back on the roof and put the roof on the house. Okay. So to lie down means to just lay prostrate, stretch out right where you are and go to sleep. Wake up. I was riding the bus and I noticed the person was asleep. They were about to miss their stop. So I nudged them and said, you might want to wake up. Or you may tell someone, hey, I have to go to work at 7. Please wake me up at 5:30. Okay, so when you wake up, it's time to arise. It's time to start your day, start your night. It's time to stop sleeping. Wake up. Okay, sleep on. Okay, I'm going to sleep on the couch tonight. Okay, I'm going to sleep on the sofa tonight. You know, it's such a beautiful night. I'm going to sleep on the back of the truck. Okay, so if it's that beautiful a night, you can sleep on the back of the truck. Okay. Sometimes when it's pretty out and it's cool at night, I'd ask my wife, "You want to camp out and sleep on the grass?" And she looks at me and always says, "No." So sleep on. She prefers to sleep on the bed. Okay. Some people let their pets sleep on their bed. Sleep on. Doze off. Okay. If I were tired and I dozed off during the live stream, okay, I would simply go to sleep unexpectedly. Usually when people doze off, they just doze off. And some people, you don't know that they have gone to sleep or dozed off until they start snoring. Okay. My wife and I sometimes are watching television together, and she'll look over at me to see if I've dozed off, and I'll look over to see if she's dozed off. And sometimes we're so into the television program, we can't tell who dozed off until you hear until you hear somebody snoring. Okay. So doze off. You just go to sleep quite suddenly. Okay, here's our first pop quiz question. What phrasal verb can you use to describe sleeping to a later than usual time? What phrasal verb can you use to describe sleeping to a later than usual time? Okay, were you listening? Were you paying attention? I hope you didn't doze off. Place your answer down in the comments section. All right. Sleep through or slept through. Man, a tornado hit last night, but I slept through it. Okay. My wife snores so loud, I could not sleep through the noise. Okay. If my wife sees this lesson, she's going to be angry. So please don't anyone tell her. So when you sleep through, you don't let anything disturb you. Okay. You're what we call a hard sleeper. Now, if you are a light sleeper, the slightest noise can awake you. So you could hear the door crack, you know, and you won't sleep through that. But I could drop a book. If you're a hard sleeper, you would sleep through it. So the wind was blowing, you might say, but you slept through it. There was a bad storm, but no one woke up. We all slept through it. I hope you don't sleep through my class. All right. Sleep on it. Okay. Now, sleep on it has a couple of meanings. Okay. You could say, I sleep on the sofa, like I said earlier, but sleep on it is a phrasal verb that can actually be also an idiom. Sleep on it. So you may say, Jay, can I borrow $500? And I may say, let me sleep on it. So when I sleep on it, it simply means that I'm going to think about it. Okay. I'm going to think about it. Would you subscribe to my channel? You may say, I'm going to sleep on it. You got to really think about subscribing to Jay's Learning School. Okay. Let me sleep on it. Now, you wouldn't use sleep on it for a serious, well, I guess you could. So if someone say, "Will you marry me?" you wouldn't be like, "Let me sleep on it." But if someone asks, "Can I spend the night for 4 nights in a row?" you may say, "Let me sleep on that and I'll let you know tomorrow." Okay, so it just depends on how serious the question is. But to sleep on it means that you're going to think about something. Drift off. Okay. You're drifting off, Jay. Okay. Your voice, it's getting lower and lower. You're drifting off. It seems like you're about to doze off. So when a person drifts off, they're slowly but surely losing their concentration and about to fall asleep. Okay. They're drifting off. So dozing off is sudden. Drifting off is gradual. Okay. You can be driving. Hey, I'm drifting off, man. But if you're driving and you doze off, you just go to sleep. But drifting off is a gradual, gradual thing when it comes to sleeping. Drift off. Now, this one you may not see on a lot of people's lessons or on the internet, but it is a great phrasal verb to use when it comes to sleeping. Turn on or turn off. So you may say, turn off the television so I can go to sleep. Turn on the alarm clock so I can get up on time. So, in order to sleep, my wife tells me, "Can you turn the light off?" Okay. Or she may tell me, "Can you turn the television down?" But she wants me to turn something off so she can go to sleep. Turn on the humidifier to help my throat to clear up. Okay. Turn on or turn off. Sleep over. Can my cousin sleep over? Okay. So when you sleep over, it's when someone comes to spend the night at your place of residence or your home. Okay. Excuse me. I cannot have another woman sleep over. I'm married. I can't have another woman sleep over. But my wife can't have another man sleep over. You see? So someone to come over and stay the night at your home. Or if you sleep over, I need $50. Okay, you might say that. Sleep over. Roll over. Okay. If you're in the bed with someone and they're all up on you, you may tell them roll over. Or if you sleep with someone that snores, you may tell them roll over. When you sleep on your back, you snore. Roll over and sleep on your stomach or your side. Roll over. Okay? Roll over. I'm not going to talk about my wife anymore. Roll over. Here's our next pop quiz question. What phrasal verb can you use to describe that you will think about something? Okay. What phrasal verb can you use to describe that you will think about something? Let's put that down in the comment section and see if you can get that right. Do you like this deep voice I have? I wish I could amplify my voice, but oh man, my throat, it's really rough. Okay, fell out is a phrasal verb. Okay. I was so tired when I got home from work, I just fell out on the floor. Okay, you were exhausted, so you fell out. You went to sleep right where you were. You fell out. Okay, you collapsed. Okay, you folded up and you went to sleep on the floor. Fell out. Okay, man, I didn't know you were that tired. You fell out on the chair and slept there until the morning. Fell out. Sleep with. You're too old to sleep with a doll baby. Okay. No, I'm not going to let you sleep with the cat. Okay. Sleep with. Okay. I sleep with my wife. Okay. Sleep with. So you go to bed with company. That's probably the best way to describe it. Sleep with. Sleep around. Now, when a person sleeps around, it describes someone who is promiscuous. They have sex with a lot of different people. And so you may say, wow, I didn't know you slept around like that. Wow. You you slept around with 8 people in the last month? What? Sleep around. And that's the best way I could describe that term, but it is a phrasal verb that has to do with sleep. And so again, it describes someone that is very sexually active. Okay, nod off. Similar to doze off, just another way of saying going to sleep. Okay. That's a nod right there. When that head just bops and it, have you ever seen somebody nod their head backwards and hit it and just bam? And then their eyes go like this. They nodded off. Okay, they dozed off or went to sleep and bumped their head. Nod off. Catch up on. Okay, so you may say, I have worked for 12 days straight, 11 hours a day. I need to catch up on my sleep. Okay, so when you catch up on your sleep, you've lost a lot of sleep time and now you want to make up that sleep time. Okay, so you need to catch up on it. You may be used to having 8 hours of sleep, but because of other activities, you may have only had 4 hours of sleep. And so when you get time, you want to catch up on sleep. Okay. That's going to do it for today's lesson. I made it short because my voice is very hoarse. My throat is hoarse, is dry, and so you can see I'm really battling, but I wanted to make sure I came and did today's lesson. So let me give a brief subscriber shout out. Here's one of my recent subscribers, and as always, I'm so grateful for the subscribers. I cannot believe we almost have 1,100 people on the channel now that are subscribers. Welcome to everyone that has subscribed. Sometimes YouTube does not show all of my subscribers instantly, but if you leave me a comment, then I'll know you're a new subscriber and I can try to give you a shout out. Before we leave today's lesson, let's look at a recent comment here on the channel. This young man said, the best channel. I gave him a thumbs up and just said, thank you so much. And so he was really inspired by one of my recent lessons. I cannot remember which lesson it was, but it's so encouraging when subscribers leave a comment and show their appreciation for the hard work that I put in on the channel. So thank you so much. I appreciate the likes. I appreciate all of the shares, whether you share on WhatsApp or Facebook or you text someone. Thank you so much. I hope that my lessons are helping you to understand and speak better English. Don't forget about the podcast that I have. All of those links will be in the description. Here's some more videos that you can watch that will help you to understand and speak better English. Join me on my next episode, guys. Have a great day.